Is it not just so mental how seriously we take all of this for a species that knows they're all gonna die and they could die at any given moment? It's never been down for us to decide. It could be next week, next year, it could be in 40 years' time. But we all still live like the most mundane lives. It's weird, isn't it? In 100 years' time, there will be all new people here and they won't even talk about us. 100 years after that, we'll be completely forgotten. No one will know we ever existed. But yet we all shuffle about. We're all worried. We've got to get here. We've got to get there. We've got to pay this bill. We've got to pay that bill. Got to get to work. Got to get home. Got to watch the telly. You know what I mean? And we never take risks either because we're scared to fail. Fail at what? No one knows what we're meant to be doing here. How can you fail at something that no one knows what we're meant to be doing?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Come Lose It with Matt Duncan. I'm your host. You know it. You know why we're here. We're here to talk about the things in life. We're here to talk about health, fitness, shit going on, shit not going on. We're all over the friggin' place with this shit, bro. Guys, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to episode 137. For all the people out there that have been contacting me to try to get my my listens up or higher or whatever. I don't know who you people are. I know you're not listening to the episodes. I know it's some kind of weird bot thing you're running across the podcast. You're doing Spotify searches or something, and you're just like trying to get people to follow the line, and then maybe it is a good thing. I don't know, but it seems like I keep getting the same fucking email from different people. Spammy, dammy, do, folks. Don't like it. How is everybody's March going? We're halfway through. We're almost into spring. Finally, this weather, it's getting tougher, folks. As I'm getting older, it's getting really hard to have the cold, and then you get a taste of spring, and then it comes back and it's cold again, and then it snows again, and then it's wet and muddy, and I have to bathe my dog every time I take him for a W, and it's tough. It's tough. I just got to say, it's a little bit tough. You know, I can see why people go to the warmer climates in the winter from Canada. I see why your bones start to ache. And the real ones stay. The real ones, if you're an older person and you don't fucking do any of that shit, be it because you don't have the money or just because you don't have the interest to leave and go to the hotter climates, you're the fucking real ones that stay here. You're the ones we need to put up in the Body Works. We need to strip you down to the muscle because you guys can fucking survive. We need to be looking, taking pictures. I've been on a good bend right now with exercise. We'll get to that obviously in the fitness update of this episode, but I'm pretty happy with where things are at. I'm probably the most consistent I've been since around this time last year. Maybe the most I've been in years because I'm keeping track of shit. I'm trying to keep a little bit better track, and I'm drinking protein shakes. I have to say, having a few different flavors of protein shakes, it makes me kind of excited to work out because I only ever drink them when I work out. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll have the strawberry one today. Maybe I'll have the chocolate one. I got a fucking Neapolitan of flavors here, folks. I got the fucking Neapolitan, okay? I like that kind of ice cream where you got the strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. You could have all three. You could choose one. I love it. So that's what I'm doing with protein powder. There's this guy that I follow. I think I talked about him on the last episode. His Instagram is like Malibu Fit Max, and he's got these big lips. He looks like Mickey Rourke if he was on Happy Pills, and he gets a lot of shit for his appearance. He's a very positive guy. He's a Army vet. But in his bio, and I think I talked about that, it said that he was an IED survivor to the face. So everyone's like, people that are attacking him, there's a lot of people that are standing up for him being like, hey, come on, man, this guy took a bomb to the face for his country. Interesting enough now, I don't think he's going to be shipping out for the Iran war, but turns out he was lying about that. Turns out he was lying about the IED. Just a guy with really bad body dysmorphia. He did fuck his face up, but it was from him being drunk, and he fell and smashed his face or something. That's what happened. He came out and he apologized for it. I think it came from a place of real insecurity, and he knows he looks strange. He's got a strange vibe to him, but he's a positive guy, and it seems like the internet wants to forgive him for the most part. It seems like he's going to be able to survive it. And move on and keep doing his content. And I don't give a shit. He's a strange looking dude, and he's out there trying to just make exercise enjoyable in a part of your life. Who cares, right? Shout out, I didn't mention, but Robert Carradine died. One of my favorite comedy icons of the 80s. Played Louis Skolnick in Revenge of the Nerds. I pulled out the DVD. I got the DVD of Revenge of the Nerds, and I pulled it out in honor of him for a little bit, just to see the front. And it's a big picture. He's on the front, and he's holding a pair of panties over his head with the famous Lambda, Lambda, Lambda nerd fraternity logo on the panties. He's got his big buck-tooth smile. Famous Carradine family. Fortunately took his own life. Unfortunately, didn't say fortunately. He struggled mental health for years. Very funny guy. Had that laugh that I have a friend who laughs like that. His name's Morgan Waters. Oh, fuck. I can't even do it. I used to be able to do it. It's a real honk. My dog's freaking out now. Sorry about that. Gus, I'm sorry about the honk. It's for Robert Carradine. One day we're going to watch that movie together. We watched 28 Years Later together, and he lost his mind a little bit at the Thundercocks running around. The fucking zombie Thundercocks. Jesus. That Danny Boyle. He sure loves to do all these crazy jumpy cutties. He likes to do 3 different angles for every shot. He's got that Scottish heroin in him. What else we got going on? Yeah, big war going on right now. Trump just starting things, not asking for approval anywhere, and then he's asking for allies to help him with certain parts of it. This guy's fucking crazy. This guy, it's not even fucking April, and we've had 2 oil wars started down there. I'd say the only good thing about it is we're not listening to the goddamn tariff shit as much because he's so busy invading other countries right now. He can't pick on Canada, even though it's just not in the news. Where does it fit on the front page? Don't worry. We've got our idiot Polyev down doing the Joe Rogan podcast. He's going to fix everything, that fucking moron. Anywho, the acting career, I haven't done like a commercial update in a while, but it hasn't been great. I haven't been getting a lot of auditions. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. My passion is so fucking far gone from doing acting and auditions. I think so many people that are at home doing self-tapes, it's a blessing and a curse, folks, because none of us, all the folks that left the city, don't want to go back for first calls, and we're not going back. And they don't want to fucking bring in people for first calls. It's a lot of fucking work for a bunch of people that aren't even in the running. So it is what it is, man. I'm just going to keep doing it for a while, but I think it's behind me. I think it's really starting to feel behind me. If my agent ever listened to any of my podcast episodes, I think she'd be quite surprised about where my headspace is because we don't talk that much. But here, this Matthew Lillard went on a podcast and he talked about this, and I think it applies to so many people I know, including myself. This hit right in the middle of the chest. Just listen to what Matthew Lillard has to say and what kills the actor's career.
What kills actors is the time between jobs. Mm-hmm. And how you sort of like fill that time defines if you're going to make it or not. If you fill that time feeling sorry for yourself and not doing anything acting and then leaning into your day job and like, you know, and walking just a little off of the path, then you're never going to make it because you're going to eventually just fall into oblivion, right? So you've got to be building muscles to survive the downtime. And that muscle, whether that's getting together with friends to read, whether you're producing a play, whether you're shooting something, whether you're writing, whether you're doing stand-up, whether you're doing improv, that's the thing that keeps you going.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, you may not get the job, but at the end of the day, that muscle is the muscle you need to work, because at some point you're going to get another shot. And when it's time to work, then you have to be ready.
Have to be ready. He said, a lot of people got pissed off, and he said, well, you know, Matthew, only like 0.5% of all actors actually work and have a career and can pay the bills and shit. He's just telling the plain facts, right? Yeah, we all have our day jobs. The majority of us actors have day jobs. We have to have them. It has been a huge flexibility for me. I've had the same day job for 20 years now, but it's also been a crutch. I quit that job 3 months into having it, and I should have stayed quit if I wanted to pursue acting at the level that you need to pursue it at. I should have quit that job like I did and just got more desperate for money and pushed all that energy into the industry instead of like, oh, I need comfort. I need to be able to pay the rent and all this stuff. And then I'll worry about acting all after that. See, when you're thinking like that, you're already putting it down a pedestal. And that's what I've done. And I've been very lucky and I've been very fortunate that I have gotten a lot of work as an actor over the last 15 or so years, even having this kind of day job that I've had locked to my leg. You know, it's just the way it fucking goes sometimes, guys. And none of it fucking matters. I'm getting older now, and it's like, why am I wasting time in this same kind of circuit, right? Who gives a shit? You're sitting here trying to figure out how to do this and that and be more successful and just fucking live. Are you happy? Are you content? Then who gives a shit? Not everybody can climb the fucking mountain. Some people are okay down here in the valley. There's lots of berries down here too. I want to talk about some Apple Watch haters going on right now. I follow a lot of bodybuilders these days, not because I want to be a bodybuilder. I don't like the way they look. We're going to get to a segment in the fitness update that in health news. I guess I could play it anywhere, but I wanted to play a new segment called Real Rot. And you get some shit, man, when you start following these guys. It seems like a lot of bodybuilders are very pro steroids and stuff now. Like there's some guy like Mike O'Hearn is very famous. He's become a bit of a meme on social media, and he seems to be very pro. It's funny, it's like the mind frame around steroids with these people is kind of like, yeah, of course we have to do steroids. And if you do them properly, you'll be fine, kind of thing. And I think it's just like, it's a very hard thing to do properly and not over, it can really strain your body and your liver and your heart and make your nuts shrink up and everything else. But another bodybuilder named Sam Sulek, he's like fucking making comments about people with their Apple Watch at the gym. And he's like, you tell me it says you burn 1,500 calories? Yeah, right. That's not the point of an Apple Watch, Sam. That is not the fucking point. The point of the Apple Watch is to get people interested in burning those calories. Doesn't matter if it's super accurate. They wouldn't sell any of these fucking watches for fitness if it showed the actual amount of calories you're burning. It's of course not that much. But if you're somebody's needing it to get to the gym and get some stupid badges or something, then they're not going to care. They're not going to care about, I really hope this is accurate. I hate that shit. I hate the two levels here. I don't think you understand. This is the bodybuilders, they're obsessed with it. Arnold Schwarzenegger said himself, I don't have any discipline. I'm addicted to it. There's no discipline here because people are like, oh, man, I wish I had your discipline. I don't have discipline, he says. I'm addicted. I can't live without it. It's a lot easier to do shit when you're addicted to it. All the things that you get addicted to, it's like me and Diet Coke. I can crack a Diet Coke any time of fucking day. So if you got a Garmin or an Apple Watch or a fucking Fitbit Fitbit or whatever. Who gives a shit what the fuck it's saying? If it's making you happy with a little dopamine hit, you get that badge or a little ping or a ring on fire or whatever the fuck, keep wearing it, man. Who gives a shit? Because we are like, our kids are going to be on rascal scooters by the time they're fucking 16 years old. They are getting fat. They are not active out there. They don't even know it's possible. They don't even know it's legal that you can go outside and play hockey. Not a lot of people do that, or play basketball or whatever. Everything's got to be inside on the video game, for Christ's sake. They're shitting their pants. They're eating those fucking Uncrustables all day. So let them wear the fucking, if we can get them into the Apple Watch or whatever the fuck, get them running around, turning into these fucking Costco kids or whatever. They're doing these terrible videos. They're fat. They're so chubby and fat, and they're famous for being chubby and fat and doing little dances. Well, at least they're making more money than all of us combined. That's what I have to say about the gym rats attacking fitness monitors. I did a segment on protein powders because I'm heavy into them now, babe. It's not like I'm putting them in my cereal or anything, but like I have one protein powder shake every time I work out, and I love it. I do feel like I've got more energy. It's just I'm feeling stronger. I feel like my muscles are getting a lot better. I did a segment about it, about how there's a lot of lead concerns in protein powder, and it just was too rambly. Wasn't cohesive enough. I just want to say, yes, there have been studies that have shown that there are heavy metals like lead sometimes in protein powders. You can go and look at a consumer report of a bunch of different brands that were tested, and it kind of shows the ones that are really heavy in it, that are like, there's a few where they're like, just don't even buy this one. And others where they're like, just make sure you don't have 4 or 5 servings a week or something. You know, like, the problem with heavy metals is we're getting it from everywhere. And protein powders, especially, are higher in it because all plants absorb heavy metals a lot easier than when you're eating meat and stuff, because the meat comes from an animal and the animal kind of filters that shit out. That heavy metal gets caught in the fucking animal, so it's not as much as getting down to the muscle. But with plants, like a lot of them have really high roots in the ground, so that it absorbs. If there's heavy metals on the surface, it's going to absorb into the plant and grow into the plant. That's pretty much it. Now, I don't know if you need to decide, is it fear-mongering or is it just something to be a little bit conscious of? So I try to use stuff that's certified, that's tested for athletes and whatnot. But for the most part, I don't drink it that much. I have maybe 4 servings, maybe 5 in a week. So I'm not super concerned. I don't think it's like I'm licking fucking paint. I don't think I'm there yet. But just something to keep in mind if you're getting into the protein powder game. Cheaper isn't always better. But there are some cheap brands that I'm like trying to consider here, you know, because it's fucking expensive, man. You get like a whey isolate and it's like $80 or something for 26, or like, holy shit, man. That's a lot. I don't like pay more than 40 for one of those big jugs of shit. That's kind of like 40 to 50. That's where I like to sit, but like 80 to $100 for 26 fucking protein shakes? No fucking way, man. So much. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. God damn it.
Fitness update.
Okay, we'll get to the fitness update here. I have been now working out consistently 10 straight weeks since like the second week in January. I'm keeping track. As soon as I hit 3 days in a week, that counts on my counter. And I would say for the most part, I'm probably averaging 4 to 5 days a week that I'm working out right now. I have adjustable weights. I think I talked about it in the last episode. Bought some adjustable weights more than I had before. So now I've got like a whole fucking wall full of dumbbells if I so need. It's fantastic. I love it. I got a nice new workbench. I've got the fucking pure plank. I'm doing core shit every day. I'm sticking with working the core more than I ever have. And one thing that I've really changed is I'm starting to not. Here's a problem that's plagued me for years is I've always started on the bike and I'm like, oh, I want to do cardio. I'm going to do like 30 minutes. I'm going to warm up. And I always found that I got so tired by the time I got off the bike and started doing weights. And I felt like my weight workout, I wasn't going as hard. I couldn't really find a good vibe with it. So, you know, I cut out the cardio a lot. I kind of do it on its own day now. Apparently, from what I've researched, if you do it no more than like a half hour after you do weights, it won't fuck up any of your gains. If you do too much cardio after you work out and do weights, it can really fuck up your gains, apparently. So I have kind of erased it from my workout days and I do it on its own thing. Sometimes if I'm in the mood, I'll do it after I work out for 30 minutes. But for the most part, it's like I went on a rest day when I'm like, because my muscles are starting to feel tight and fucked up and shit. So I need a day where I don't touch weights at all. I'll usually do cardio on that. So I'm like keeping cardio to maybe 2 times a week right now, and then doing weights like 3 to 4 times a week. So in total, 4 to 5 days split apart. Now, if you're someone that works from home like me, or if you're someone that goes to the gym and you don't know what the fuck to do with dumbbells, there's great stability machines, stationary machines that you can use, but dumbbells I find are the best because you can target muscles in so many different ways. Now, if you are using one of these dumbbell exercises you want to do for whatever day you're doing, if it's chest and back, if it's arms and legs, whatever, there's a great app. It's free. It's called Lifta, Lyfta. Lifta app. I found this online and it shows you great. You can like target the muscle that you're wanting to work. It will show you exercises for that, whether it's dumbbells or whether it's using stationary machines or bands or whatever. So it has all the options. It is free. I think there's like a premium shit you can pay for, but fuck that. So if you're just looking to be like, how do I do this? And it has some animations and stuff. I recommend it. Because I work out from home and I have my own little gym here in my office, I want to try doing different things. So I've like learned a bunch of different things that I've never really done before to attack the pecs and triceps and stuff like that. It's all in the same realm of things, but you might just find it to be helpful if you're looking for some technique and some ideas. Okay. My shoulder is still real fucked up. I don't really know what to do. I've been doing lots of different exercises. I've been watching many different people telling you to do this, to do that. So I think it's getting better. Yeah, it's definitely getting better than where it was. I think a lot of it happens to be because of the rounding of the shoulders, the fucking desk job that I did quit and then I didn't quit, has caused these rounded shoulders, and you have to open that shit up. There's a bunch of exercises you can do. You should do it every day. If you're working at a desk, you should be doing this shit every day to open up those shoulders, your shoulder blades, your deltoids, your rotator cuff. It will get fucked up. And then if you start sleeping on that side, fuck, it's the worst. I wish I could. How do you sleep on your back? How do people sleep on their backs like a fucking vampire? How do you do it? Do I need a coffin? Is it best to get a coffin to learn to sleep on my back? Fuck.
Health news. News that is health related.
Okay, guys, I just wanted to play one little bit of this reel rot that I have. Is there an easier way on Instagram to get to the shit you save? Why is it so hard to get to your saved shit? I don't understand it. But anyway, like following the bodybuilders and shit, just listen to the shit I have to see sometimes. Just hearing it will be horrifying. Okay, that's a fucking humongous guy doing lateral lifts and shitting himself while his like girlfriend or something who's also ripped and built and definitely on testosterone is behind him and holding him and like spotting his lateral raises, I guess, helping him get them up while he shits into her lap. It's like shitting into his lap. Just fucking, it's so sick. It's sick. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. God, it makes me nauseous. The one article I want to talk about today for health news, I've been on a real blueberry kick. I can't remember if I talked about this before, but buying them frozen has changed my life because the stress of buying fresh fucking berries, how they're always fucking mushy and you're always getting jerked off with some moldy ones. And yeah, what do? I gotta fucking rinse them. I gotta put this on them. I gotta soak them. I gotta put them back in. You don't want them to get too soggy. Fucking tired of it. It was like keeping me from eating raspberries and blueberries and shit. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to start buying the frozen things. And apparently it doesn't fucking matter if they're frozen or not. And I've put them, I don't even let them thaw. I throw them in my fucking granola with the yogurt. It's fucking delicious. You don't need to fucking have everything thaw. It's crunchy. Love it. Love frozen blueberries. It's my jam. And so let's talk a little bit about blueberries because they're pretty fucking important to your health. They are just, and I feel like they're one of the nicest things that you can pick off a bush, you know? You find a fucking wild blueberry bush, there's nothing fucking like it when you're out there in the sun and you're on the rocks and you take a fucking blueberry and you're just like, God damn, I feel good. They're a good source of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. They're high in fiber, and they lower in sugar than other fruits, making them a healthy addition to your diet. Blueberries are a great addition to a meal or snack at any time of day. What's most important for the benefits of eating blueberries is serving size and eating them regularly. In one study, eating 3 half-cup servings of blueberries provided the greatest benefits for heart health. Blueberries also benefit in maintaining weight and protecting brain health. Eating blueberries frequently at any time of day lowers the risk of developing heart disease or type 2 diabetes. They can be best when paired with other foods. A healthy fat. Blueberries are high in vitamin K, which is a fat-soluble vitamin. Pairing blueberries with a healthy source of dietary fat helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins and some antioxidants. You can also pair it with a protein. Me, love a Greek yogurt, love cottage cheese. Some antioxidants in blueberries are better absorbed when eaten with a protein source. Adding protein to a meal with blueberries increases the uptake of antioxidants. Full-fat yogurt, cottage cheese, and nuts are sources of both protein and fat, which are often paired with blueberries. Now, what do antioxidants in blueberries do for your health? Antioxidants available in blueberries have health benefits because they combat free radicals. Now, free radicals are compounds that cause damage to body cells. The body naturally produces these free radicals, and they cause oxidative stress, which is harmful to DNA, and it increases inflammation over time. Antioxidants in food like blueberries neutralize free radicals. Studies show that people who eat foods high in a type of antioxidant called anthocyanins, including blueberries, have lower states of Parkinson's disease, which is a neurological disorder characterized by tremors. In another large study, people who ate blueberries experienced lower rates of mental decline. A higher intake of blueberries is associated with lower risk of heart disease and high blood pressure. Now, how is nutrition affected? Fresh, frozen, or cooked? Raw blueberries and those frozen at their peak ripeness offer the same nutritional benefits, while cooked blueberries may have less nutritional content. Frozen, they're convenient, they're especially when they're blended into a smoothie or added to drinks. Freezing changes the texture, though, making blueberries feel mushy. Frozen blueberries have the same antioxidant levels as fresh ones, up to 6 months after freezing. You got your blended blueberries, don't affect their antioxidant or fiber levels. They make a smoothie with frozen blueberries should have the same nutritional punch as using fresh berries. However, blueberry juice that removes the pulp has less fiber. And anytime that you're cooking, making that delicious blueberry pie, the heat lowers the nutritional content of the blueberry. Heated blueberries included into baked breakfast foods or desserts, or are made into jams or preserves. So, does it assist in weight loss? One large study compared 16 types of fruit, and people who ate more blueberries gained less weight. A study of twins had the same result, and the twin who ate more blueberries had less fat mass. People with high cholesterol levels who ate more blueberries lowered their inflammatory markers and low-density lipoprotein, LDL, cholesterol levels. A higher intake of blueberries also reduces the risk of T2D, type 2 diabetes. Eating several servings of blueberries each week can reduce weight gain with aging, leading to a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. So there it is, guys. The proof's in the pudding, man. You got to get on the blueberry train. And if you're tired of buying them fresh like I am, then just get them frozen. Get a bag of frozen, put them in the freezer, and just sprinkle them on your morning cereal or whatever the F you're eating, or put them in your smoothie, whatever. Just get them into you, man. You're going to feel fucking great. Boy, there's this other thing on the reels I've been seeing with the gym people. There's this like little Ukrainian guy, and he's like Jim Borat. He dresses up and puts a funny accent on, and he looks like a janitor. And the dude can like squat. He can like deadlift 600 pounds. It's insane, but he makes it look like it's no big deal. And he goes up to these gyms where there's all these huge heavy dudes lifting, and he just shows them how, and the look on their face is hilarious. I don't know if it's staged. If it is staged, all these gym bros, Arnold, you gotta get them a fucking agent, man. You gotta fucking get them a fucking agent or something, because they are fucking giving very genuine performances here. If this guy is setting them up and paying them, because there are some rumors that this Jim Borat fellow is setting this shit up, but he's not setting up the fact that he's lifting these fucking weights. See, he's fucking doing them, and he grew up in like the poor side of Ukraine, lifting weights like Rocky, like buckets full of cow milk and shit. Like that's where he cut his fucking teeth. So I should have put this in the real rot section. It is a bit of real rot. It's all real rot. So Warner Brothers is still waiting to be sold. It looks like Paramount is now going to buy it. Netflix is over, and it's going to be Paramount that's going to own everything, absolutely everything. What does that mean, folks? I don't know. I think the industry's fucked either way. I think it's just, as someone that's been in it as long as I have and just seen the crazy change with technology and the change with the industry, and how it's like, it's not really changing with it. It's kind of getting beat with a bat by it, and then trying to like pick up its teeth and continue on. That's what it's been feeling like, you know? So I've talked about this lockout that's been happening in Canada. We're coming up on 4 years. 4 years, union actors have been locked out of commercials in Canada. Non-union has been thriving for commercials. There's this one guy that I worked on a set with. He's in fucking everything because he has a dizzy face. He can't remember his face. You couldn't pick him up out of a lineup of one. But he works a lot. I'm not saying he's not a good actor or anything. He just has a perfect look for being in a million different commercials. And we're 4 years in, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to end. And it does kind of feel like there's a chance that the industry could be cooked. Commercials could be ending for human actors. Check out the study that Columbia University did.
Researchers from Columbia University partnered with ad company Taboola to analyze real ads running across the internet, and the results were pretty shocking. AI-generated ads performed just as well as human-made ones, especially when it came to engagement. In some cases, the AI ads even outperformed. But the biggest insight wasn't about the AI at all, but instead about how human trust equals engagement. The ads that performed best were the ones that felt simple, familiar, and easy to trust. But the AI-generated ads were better at using cues that resonated with audiences. Things like choosing faces that people are drawn to, using phrases that felt organic, and utilizing visuals that pull you in at first glance. And that data reveals an Achilles heel for the advertising industry. That audiences don't react to how ads are made, they act to how ads make them feel. And when AI content isn't clearly labeled, the line between persuasion and manipulation quickly gets blurred.
And that's where we fucking are with the goddamn AI and acting. And that is why they're not budging at all with this lockout, man, because they know that it's going to be like a hobby of a hobby of a hobby for actors to actually do a fucking ad in the future. Unless all this war and shit blows the world apart, and then the server farms that are draining all the water cease to exist. That's probably the only hope, but I don't know, man. I might be getting out of this industry at the right fucking time. Okay, guys, that does it for episode 137. Get out there, go for a walk, pick up a weight, pick up a resistance band, and stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. All you gotta do is stretch it. That's what I'm gonna do. Worked out 3 times this week, and it's only Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. But I might get one in. I gotta work that chest. Tighten up the tits, tighten up the tits. Tighten up the tits, tighten up the tits. Tighten up the tits. See you next time, folks.